The girl who acted before Rosa Parks. Number 1. After school on March 2nd, 1955, Claudette Colvin walked to downtown Montgomery with three of her classmates. She and her friends were going to take the city bus home from school that day. When they boarded the bus, they sat behind the first 5 rows, which were reserved for white passengers. A young woman boarded the bus after Colvin and her friends and found nowhere to sit because the white section was full. The question for that: where was everyone sitting on the bus? Number 2, bus drivers had the authority to make black passengers move for white passengers even if they were sitting in the black section. The bus driver asked Colvin and her friends to get up, which her friends immediately did. She refused to move. On her mind were the lessons she had learned throughout her life, especially during Negro History Month at her school just days before. Though her friends' seats, one next to Colvin and two across the aisle, were now vacant, the white women refused to sit in them because, according to Jim Crow's law, black people could not sit next to the white people. They had to sit behind white people to show their inferiority. When asked, when asked again, Colvin refused to get up. Question 2. Why did Claudette refuse to move? 3. The bus driver alerted the traffic police, and 3 stops later, a traffic officer came onto the bus and asked her why she was sitting there and why she would not get up. She replied, "Because it's my constitutional right," and told him she was not breaking the segregation law by sitting there. The traffic officer told the bus driver that the police needed to get involved. A stop or two later, 2 police officers came onto the bus and instructed Colvin to get up. She refused. She later said, "I could not move because history had made me glued to the seat." Sojourner Truth's hands were pushing me down on one shoulder, and Harriet Tubman's hands were pushing me down on the other shoulder. Question: Why did Claudette Colvin think of Sojourner Truth and Harriet Tubman when told by the police to move? Number 4, the police officer each grabbed one of her arms, kicked her, threw her books from her lap, and manhandled her off the bus. They shoved her into the police car, handcuffed her through the windows, and took her off to jail. She was the first person to be arrested for challenging Montgomery's bus segregation laws. Question: how did the police officers treat Claudette? How do you know? Use evidence from the text to support your answer.